money? Where's my money at?
Well, man, it was WrestleMania weekend, and I'm kind of broken. All I have is a penny.
So you're talking about you're cheap, and you were watching wrestling.
Yeah.
What does that equal? What is
cheap
that?
wrestlers, you know.
Cheap wrestler.
You know, like
Matt
Rivera, the cheap wrestler.
Oh yeah.
It was on TLC.
Yeah.
What about him?
I think we're having him on here. Like,
whoa!
we're gonna
cheapskates.
Yeah, well, I guess we're cheapskates, but I walked the line on being cheap.
Oh wow. Okay, so you're telling me we have Matt Rivera, who is famously known on YouTube
for being cheap
wrestler.
Yes.
From Cheapskates.
Yeah, from Cheapskates. Like,
I think
really cool to have him on here.
I think he actually just rung in. All right. Should we grab him? Do you
sure, yeah, let's bring him in.
Tell everybody to check him out, ready?
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing to you, Matt Rivera, the cheap wrestler.
Hey.
What's going on, guys?
And the the secondary Ricochet.
Fuck, hell yeah.
I do get that a lot, yes.
How'd you get
It's funny because I'm like, I can't move like Ricochet, you know. So, but he can't talk like I can. So there you go.
Hell yeah.
I like it.
Did I just see that your shirt just says "Daddy" on it?
So it says Daddy on it. Well, it says a lot of things on it. It has all the different superheroes. It's like, as mighty as Thor, as strong as Hulk. Right now, you guys are seeing me like at my finest. This is the real deal. Just throwing a hat, wearing this big old baggy shirt, being daddy and injured. So you get the real deal.
Injured?
What'd you do? Slip on your duct tape?
You know what? I actually, that would have made a better story. Because, are you guys familiar with the move, the Manhattan Drop?
I am a little bit. I don't think.
Can you do it to Tom?
I don't know.
It's a simple move. Are you guys familiar with the atomic drop?
Yes.
All right, so it's like, you lift the person up and you have them land on your knee, basically. So they're hitting like their groin area and whatnot.
Owie.
I basically did that, and as soon as I popped back up, my knee just gave out and I landed on my butt, and I'm like, that was clumsy of me. Let me stand up, and I just could not put any weight on that knee, and that was it. Took me out.
A socket or something?
It was completely popped out. It just twisted like that. And once I wouldn't even say it was popped out of the socket. It's more like the muscles and tendons around it wouldn't hold my knee in place anymore. It just decided, nah, like we don't want that here.
So you knew right then. You're
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I rolled out of the ring and I was like, at that point it was like I'm just fooling myself, So I'm like, let me see if maybe if I hold it long enough, like in a wrestling video game, if my health gauge will increase and I'll be able to get back in the match. But unfortunately, that wasn't the case.
Got you. Tommy, do you have a...
So, Matt, I recently watched your episode, and I say this, I watched your episode a long time ago. I just happened to find it on TV one day and was watching it, and I laughed my ass off. And I recently watched it, and I just cringed so hard. But the question is, are you still a mama's boy, and does your mother still shave your head?
Okay, so that's a great question. Both great questions. I'll always be a mama's boy. For the rest of my life, I'll be a mama's boy.
Aww.
Mama's boy for life.
Same here.
But, my mom lives in South Carolina. I'm still in New York. I have a family of my own now. I have a wife and 2 kids.
Congratulations, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you. So now my wife shaves my head, So it comes full circle,
Hey, if you ever come visit your mom in South Carolina, we're in North Carolina, man. So drop on by.
It's right there. Yeah. I've wrestled a few times in North Carolina. I've always enjoyed my time there. A lot of people who are High Point, usually. High Point, North Carolina.
Yeah.
You should come in here and do the Asheville and UCW and beat the shit out of Mook Massacre.
Oh, jeez.
That would probably be sweet to just. It's been a long time since I've traveled that far to wrestle. Honestly, I've been keeping it more local since I started the family.
Yeah.
But I always enjoyed my time on the road, especially North Carolina. Always had a good time.
Now, have you added shoelaces to your attire now since the show?
I have a pair of boots and a brand new pair of boots, and But I'll be honest. I started tying them. I'm like, these things suck, man. Like,
Mhm.
I was onto something back then. I was onto something
Right.
because I have the long boots, and I'm like, this takes forever to do, man. Like, I need the short boots where people take like 2 seconds to tie them up, you know. And yeah, long boots aren't where it's at.
Mm. Now, the thing is that one of the things that you mentioned in the episode, did you truly believe that you could give yourself a tan with tea packets, or was that part of TLC and did they script that for you?
All right, so
That's
the tea bags, I get asked about that a lot. So you can't get a full tan from tea bags. However, you can get a nice like glow. So if you're already tan and you spray it on you, it'll bring out that color, pops a little bit. And for my opponent, and I never smelled bad. I always smelled like lemon or raspberry or whatever the case may be.
That's actually very nice.
I
of you.
really wanted the wrestler to look at you and be like, I smell herbal tea. Like,
No, they still do. They look at me like I'm crazy.
so Tommy asked that question if it was scripted because he was on Comedy Central's
Tosh.0 and
Tosh.0.
MTV's Made
Mm.
also.
So, and of course,
Yeah.
they had some scripted parts in it too. So, was there any scripted parts in your episode? I'm sure.
So, like with all reality TV, I always say the same thing. It's kind of, I mean, I'm sure there's some that are like literally scripted from beginning to end, word for word. Here's the dialogue, say this.
Right.
It was pretty loose with Extreme Cheapskates. There was always that element of like, there's cameras right there. There's people telling you like, hey, you talked about doing this, so we want to capture you doing that.
Mhm.
So like that, sometimes it loses a little bit of that sense of feeling organic, But with this sort of thing, they asked me like a bunch of questions, like, let's say 20 questions. Like, what do you do? How do you save money taking showers? How do you save money traveling? So they want to see those things, but it's not like they're following along with you for, let's say, a month. They only have a few days. So
Oh,
they're
wow.
like, hey, how you talk about this? Can you do that for us?
They're
So
trying
they
to
can-
squeeze it all in.
Yeah, so it loses a little bit of that organic feeling. Like people ask me about the protein shake. I'm like, there's only a few times in my life that I've done that specific kind of, thing. But that's something they wanted to capture. So
I think this.
there we were.
Tommy, you had a good question earlier. I think was there any parts that were scripted that didn't make the show?
Oh, there
They got
were a
cut
couple
out.
of scenes. Yes. There were a couple of scenes that we recorded that didn't make the show. There was definitely more. There's a lot of cool things that happened at the Impact Zone, if you will,
Yeah.
that they didn't put in there. Because, for them, the actual tryout was such a small sliver of what they wanted to show. They want to show the cheap stuff.
Right.
So,
right.
as
Was
far
that
as that
annoying?
goes,
At
yeah,
any
a
point were
little
you
bit.
like, fuck these people? Are you allowed to say that? I don't know if you would.
There's definitely points where I was just like, man, I wanted to spend more time recording here. I wish we did more of these sort of things, But at the same time, I knew it's a show, and like at the end of the day, Impact didn't hire me for this. TLC is, they're the ones who my time is allocated to,
Right.
not Impact. So as much as I want to run off and do all these cool things, that's unfortunately not the main reason why I'm there.
Right.
Some stuff that they didn't capture that I thought was really cool was when I got there, it was kind of awkward because the TLC film crew doesn't know anything about wrestling. So they were like, where should you change? And I'm like, well, this isn't my locker room. This isn't my roster. I can't just walk in there. Like, if you have something like prearranged for me, then I don't have an answer to that question. I don't know where I should change.
Interesting.
And they were like, well, you can't just change in the locker room. I'm like, if they don't know that I'm coming, no. Like, you gotta tell them, hey, this is what we're doing, and this person's coming in here. Is that okay?
Right.
And so there was that sort of culture that was really hard to deal with. And, at times they would just kind of look at me like, oh, you're the wrestler. Could you just figure it out? I'm like, no, yes, but no. I could tell you what to do, but I'm not in charge.
Right.
So what I ended up doing was I ended up changing in the hallway. Like, I literally was in the hallway, open bag of stuff, towel around my waist. You see me in the locker room at first. I'm talking about after the tryout.
Right.
So I'm over there because I was in the knockout locker room at first, but eventually the knockouts got there, and they're like, "Well, you can't change in here," you know? Okay, understandable.
Right.
So, I'm getting changed in the hallway. The only person to come up to me that was like, "Don't change in here, bro," was Christopher Daniels, which to this day, I always thank him for because I really appreciated that. He was like, "Dude," he's like, "I don't even care why you're here. Just, don't change out here. Like, that's just sad and embarrassing."
That's respect. That's respect for a dude that's in the industry that didn't want to see you struggle and said, "Hey, listen." So that really tells me that in the wrestling world, like, you have to actually have some acknowledgement to be in a wrestling locker room. Am I right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
And even when we went in there, he kind of made a little semi-announcement like, "Hey guys, he's here with me, so leave him alone." I got changed and everything was cool. And it wasn't like I was surrounded by a bunch of bullies, but like it was just a proper way of doing things, a certain locker room etiquette, if you will.
It was like Mike the Miz as a rookie changing in hallways and stuff.
Yeah. Because I'm like, listen, this isn't. This isn't my roster. Like, I was not hired by Impact.
At least you didn't get kicked out for eating chicken.
Wait, what?
That's what Miz got kicked out when he was.
Who was that? Miz, right?
A piece of chicken fell on somebody's
bag.
Yeah.
He's like, "You're getting chicken all over our bag."
So we're interviewing. You remember Eugene, the character?
Yeah, of course. Nick Dinsmore.
Yeah. Probably sometime in May. So,
cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I've never had the pleasure of meeting him, but I've always heard good things. So
yeah, same here.
You can come in for a little bit if you want.
Yeah. What day is that again?
Sometime in May. I'll email you and let you
Yeah,
know.
keep me posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep me posted. Let me know.
Tom, you have any?
I'll definitely do it.
So, with you going forward, so please tell me that you what?
I didn't know if you were gonna ask him the question.
I'm building up to my question. Please tell me that you don't do the tissue thing. Like, you don't reuse your tissues, or was that just a part of the show?
Well, the first part of your question is the answer to your first part is no, I don't anymore.
Thank you. I'm like, oh god, I can't imagine this guy reusing his tissues.
Well, you know what? Yes and no. Because hear me out. Not to that extent anymore. But like even right now, like I'm like, well, like I used this on my nose and I just grabbed it, but look at this, like they still got all this tissue. So it's right. Like, am I gonna throw this out? Nah. I guess the answer to your question is yes, I still do it.
Oh jeez. Ugh.
Hey, old habits.
To an extent.
The old habits die hard. If you know what I mean.
Yes, they do.
So I assume you still watch wrestling to this day?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't watch I don't get to always watch full episodes. I might just catch a lot of snippets here and there online, but for the most part, yeah.
WrestleMania, night 1 or night 2?
Night 2.
To
me, night 2 by far.
Well, I know that, but give me your just best couple matches.
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna say like, what should I prefer? I was like, night 2.
No, I know that.
Best couple matches from night 1. I would say the last 2 matches: Sami Zayn and versus Gunther, and then the main event. To me, those are the 2 standouts. Rhea Ripley and Becky Lynch was night 1 also, right?
That started WrestleMania.
That match was good too. It was solid, but I don't think there was anything like, I don't know. It didn't feel special to me.
Right.
I guess that's, like it was a great match, but but I would definitely say Sami Zayn versus Gunther was really good. I thought the main event, the tag team match, was extremely well done. I have to say what I expected was just kind of like a cluster of mayhem throughout the whole match. It wasn't that. It was very controlled, and where the heels cheated was like, it wasn't anything crazy. Oh, we gotta rake the eyes here. Oh, we gotta it wasn't like 10 members of the bloodline came running down and then it was this crazy cluster and then Roman got a spear and it ended. It wasn't that, and I really appreciated the kind of old school tag team mentality that was taken for that match.
Sick.
As far as night 2 goes, night 2, I felt like there was a lot of great matches. Bailey and Io had a fantastic match. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes was great. I know I'm forgetting a bunch because I felt like night 2 was just way stronger than night 1.
Well, you'll remember the night 2. It started out with Drew McIntyre and Seth with that crazy ending with Damian.
Right. Which it's kind of, I don't want to say it's what I expected to happen, but it is, but in all the best ways.
Right.
Like, to me, that's the best. That was the best scenario,
How did you feel about the Paul Levesque feel of just WrestleMania? Do you feel like it was different than Vince's? Because I felt like there was a little difference with Paul.
Maybe some slight differences, and I don't know whose like influence that may necessarily be. I thought that there was a lot less like, hey, we're gonna cut to this segment where these celebrities are gonna talk about, endorsing this product or movie. It was a lot less like, Hulk Hogan's going to be the host, and this. It was a lot less of that and more fluidity throughout the whole show.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing for me, though, that really threw me off is I felt there was a significant difference in quality of matches in night 1 and night 2. That's the only thing that really threw me. Like when night 1 finished, I said, I'm a little worried about, if WrestleMania Part 2 is as good as night 1. That's not that great.
Oh, and night
you know what
2
I mean?
was just the cream of the crop of main events. Night 1, this turd right here is in my ear saying, "Oh, he's gonna lose. He's gonna lose." And finally, I'm like, "Quit it, man! I'm just trying to watch the event. Shut up!" Like, I'm a legit wrestling fan. I'm on the edge. I'm watching it. I'm enjoying the match, and this moron is in my ear saying, "He's gonna lose. He's gonna lose," and I just like snapped. I'm like, cut it out.
I'm trying to enjoy the show, man. Get out of my ear. I hear you.
Trying
I
not
hear
to get
you.
his hopes up, I said there's no way Roman and Rock is going to lose 2 nights in a row. It's not happening. That's all I thought.
Nah. No part of me thought that they were going to lose. Not at all. Nope.
It made it better that Cody and Seth lost the first night, so all that great stuff, the Undertaker, that wouldn't have happened if Cody won the first night.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, here's a question for you. If tomorrow Paul Levesque saw this interview and called you up, would you take that contract?
I would absolutely take that contract. He'd probably call me up and be like, why do you look like a bum,
Come on.
He'd be like, what are you
a
doing,
bum.
man? But no, I'm just joking around. But any opportunity to work for WWE or any promotion that I'd see beneficial to my career in any way, for sure. At this point, I'll be honest. At this point, wrestling, that window looks smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. But there's so many things that I'm interested in when it comes to the world of wrestling. People have asked me about managing. They're like, hey, you cut a great promo. Why don't you manage someone?
Yeah.
I think that's something I'm not opposed to, but I don't really see me doing it on the independent scene.
Yeah.
So it's kind of, it's hard to see where that would go if I'm not actively doing it. But who knows what the future holds?
Well,
That's what I say when it comes to that.
Diamond Dallas Page started out as a manager, and he did great. And he started out later on in life,
Yeah,
even wrestling. So
You never
know, man.
it's true. You never know. Never
Now,
know.
you
That's
said-
why I don't like to use the word retired, because you just never know.
Yeah.
Now, you say that the window of wrestling is getting smaller. Are you able to book events and stuff like that
Match of all time.
now? And what is your match, in your opinion, of all time for you?
Oh, okay. So, as I was taking bookings all the way up until about a month ago. This is a relatively new injury, and the thing that's rough about this injury is they say that in order for me to fully reach where I was, it'd take up to a full year.
Oh man.
So it's not a short injury, you know. It's not like, oh, hey, 3 months and I'm back. No, this is a long, long, long injury. So yeah, you know, wrestling at the moment, you know, is the question, if you
So
will.
you have a daytime job. I'm not going to ask you what that is, but I know that whatever it is, it takes care of you financially.
Yeah, we hold it down here. I'll put it that way.
Well, that's good. And at least your family shows support for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. To answer your other question about you know, favorite match or what match that I, you know, think is the biggest for me, and it's, I mean, it might be technically the biggest, but I would say more so on a personal level more than anything else. I had a match maybe 3 years into my wrestling career where it was myself and 2 other young wrestlers, and we went against Jimmy Superfly Snuka, Nikolai Volkov,
Wow.
and Tito Santana.
Ah.
And this was at a pretty big stadium in Brooklyn. And growing up, my dad was always a huge Jimmy Superfly Snuka fan. So it was kind of cool to be like, hey, Dad, you know, guess who I'm working with next weekend? You got to come. And he's like, who? Jimmy Superfly Snuka. You know, how cool is that?
May he rest in peace.
Yeah, him and Nikolai Volkov. And only one left from that match is Tito Santana.
Wow.
But yeah, looking, you know, that'll always be something that I cherish. So that's going to be hard to bump out of the number 1 spot.
Now, at their age, was it easy to carry that match, or did you just let them beat the sun out of you?
That's a fair question. They were definitely older at that time, which makes it a different type of match. You know, we definitely have to work differently. You know, the legends are always going to beat the snot out of us. so that's always for sure. But we got to make sure at the end of the day, everybody goes home protected, right? That's always the ideal situation.
You always need protection, and you always need a little
That's
spot
right.
guard, you know?
That's right.
Little duct tape. But don't worry, I'm not gonna keep on you about that. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's all good. No worries.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
So, man, we have a game here called Wheel of Truth. And what we're going to do is we're going to spin the wheel, we're going to ask you a question, and you just have to answer it at random.
Okay.
I know your time's almost out, so just let us know, and we'll close it out.
No worries.
So we'll read out to you what it is, okay, when it comes time. Give me 1 second.
So while we wait, favorite manager of all time?
Yeah, thank you.
Favorite manager? I'm gonna go with Paul Heyman at this point. Wow.
He's a goat, but as far as the people he manages, they're. Ugh.
Give him your impression.
My name is Paul Heyman, and this is the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
He does good. He does.
Oh yes.
That's pretty good too.
Hey, so about 2 or 3 years ago, I posted a video of him doing the Vince McMahon walk.
Okay.
And it went viral.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
I have been doing the Vince McMahon walk a lot. My friend always wants me to do the Vince McMahon walk. But now I'm like,
You got practice.
Maybe I should be doing that now because, you know, of all the charges he has against himself.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm gonna spin the wheel for you, okay, my man?
All right.
Spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Ooh, I feel good.
Oh wow, a tough one right off the bat.
Okay.
Wow. Tell a secret.
Tell a secret. That's it?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yourself.
I was on this show. Not many people know it, so I'm gonna take it as a secret. Called Sexy Beasts. It was a dating reality show.
What the hell?
Yeah, and and it's something. So if you ever want to look up the show Sexy Beasts, and we had to wear like these prosthetic masks. The idea was that you wouldn't see the other person, so if you wanted a second date, it was just based off their personality and not how they looked.
Oh
Damn.
shit! It was on Netflix.
Yes, it might still be on Netflix actually,
It looks like it.
And you were on
but
there.
there's a chance that my episode is not on Netflix because it was like the pilot season.
Oh, geez.
So
I thought you were gonna
if it's
say
not on
like
there,
Cookout or something.
try YouTube.
Okay.
I was a tree, just for the record. They made me look like a tree.
Interesting.
It was
Ugh.
definitely interesting.
This is a
I know
crazy
it's
concept.
taken me a long time to say that publicly. Usually I'm like, don't want to talk about it.
No, dude, I think that's cool. I don't know. It looks crazy, man.
It's definitely great.
So did you actually? Was that before you were with your wife?
Yeah, way before. Yeah,
He said,
way before.
yeah.
Yeah. Did
So was Extreme Cheapskates.
Were
Yeah.
you trying to get some when you were on this show, on Sexy Beast?
You know, when I was on the show, it was definitely one of those things where I was like, why not? I'm a bachelor. Let's see what happens. You never know. Life is crazy. And nothing came of it at all. At all.
Damn.
Like the person that they set me up with, I wasn't interested. I don't think she was interested.
Real horse face or something.
Even before the unmasking, it was
Oh, no.
it just was a
What
no-go.
was the other person? What was their character?
She was a cat.
A cat?
She was a cat.
A cat
Yeah.
in a tree?
A cat, a tree.
Cat
There was a
tree?
baby,
A baby?
or like an adult, almost like a troll almost. Oh no, then there was a troll. There was a troll also.
Okay.
Wow.
What you got next?
It was a really weird show. Really weird.
Damn.
All right, you ready for another wheel?
Hit me.
All right, let's go.
Spin that wheel, Daddy.
I hate when he says that.
Okay. I
Tommy,
bet
you
he's
can
gonna
ask
say
him
Marvel.
Best movie ever.
Best movie ever?
Yeah.
7.
Interesting.
Wow.
Wow.
That's isn't that what's in the box?
What's in the box?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Damn.
If I had to just choose one off the top of my head, I'm gonna go with 7.
Actions-
Also,
action thriller.
yeah, action thriller. I'm also a big fan of Midsommar. That's a big. That's up there.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I don't
I'll
think
have
I've
to
seen
check it
that
out.
either.
Oh, it's worth seeing. So worth
Okay.
seeing.
If you could be in an alternate reality where you were in one of these movies, which one would you choose to be in? Where you were the actor, the main actor, or playing your favorite part? And which part is that?
I'd probably have to go with Who Framed Roger Rabbit, and I'd be Roger Rabbit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Is that
Yeah.
okay? Is that an
Oh.
okay answer?
Yeah, I love that. That's awesome.
Can you do a Roger Rabbit impression?
I could not.
Can you?
I could not.
Please.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you how he sounds off the top of my head.
Because you always had a crush on that redhead, so did I.
Yeah, oh, yeah. It's all about Jessica Rabbit.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing else
Wow.
matters.
All right.
Apparently, at one point in the I think it was the VHS version, when she flies out of the car, at one moment you can actually see her crotch. At one moment, but in the
I believe that to be true.
I think I remember you talking about that.
That's
But
so
I
funny.
never looked in on it. I never zoomed in on it. Other people.
No one said you did, but now it seems like you did.
No, I did not.
It's like, now you sound suspicious.
Yeah, dude.
Suspicious.
All right, here, let's spin this thing one more time.
All right. Let's see what you got.
See what we got. What we got. Such a bad one. Oh, thank God.
Leftovers?
Do you eat them?
I'm not. Do I eat them? Yeah, leftovers,
I was about to say,
absolutely.
We're asking him.
If I didn't eat leftovers, how bougie of that? That would be crazy if I didn't eat leftovers.
That's why I wanted to know. It's like that would be a super like I
Yeah.
like sometimes I'm actually done with money personally. Like sometimes I'm too frivolous. So I totally get why you would want to be frugal, right? But like
Yeah.
that's one thing that I'm never frivolous about. If like even if like I go out to eat with him or something and someone doesn't finish the food, I'm like, can I eat that? Like I'm always gonna finish
Yeah.
all the food.
That'd be
I eat.
crazy.
Yeah.
Hey,
If I said no, that would be.
when you go out to eat, or if you do you tip?
Yes, absolutely. Because
Why are you looking
at the end of the day,
people?
somebody else is just trying to make their living too, you know. So I'm not. I always said that I never wanted to, especially after the episode, kind of push my beliefs to where it's harming other people.
Right.
Does that make sense? So I feel like just intentionally not tipping, just on the basis of the fact that I like to save money.
Yeah.
I feel like for me, then it's like, nah, then I just shouldn't go out to eat. If I have no intention of tipping, no matter what the case may be, you know?
Do you think that if you do you think a compliment is a tip?
Are you asking me or are you asking him?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
I definitely, I would not count a compliment as a tip. So no.
They're clearly throwing me
What?
underneath the bus because I have
No.
said that in the past a compliment is a tip.
Oh yeah, no.
That means you're more cheap, bro.
I have tipped, okay?
That's
And
a compliment as a tip is yeah, it's
I have the general statement about tipping, and I believe in tipping, but my philosophy is a tip is earned, not what's the word? It's you're not owed a tip. You it's the service and the kindness of that person or that waiter or waitress is you shouldn't expect a tip. It should be the fact that the service and how good you did your job, and that's how the tipping system should work, in my opinion.
All right, we got the wheel spinning.
Oh, this is a good one. I bet it's Rick.
This is a good one for us to go out on.
Hey, this is, last question, because we're out of time.
sure.
Favorite all-time wrestler?
And current.
Ooh. I'm gonna say The Rock. I'm gonna go with The Rock. I to be honest, for a long time it was Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
And I love Chris Jericho. I think with him it was always funny because when people be like, "Oh, who's the best talker?" I wouldn't say Chris Jericho, even though he was my favorite. I think him always being like that strong mid card, the guy who was like so close to getting the title for so long and then finally getting it. That being part of his story, I always thought was really cool. But as time passes, love there's like more recent things he's been doing. And I'm like, I got to count that towards his career, right? Like if I'm looking at his whole career, I'm like, all right, if I don't love the last 10 years, I got to count for something, right? But I look at The Rock and I'm like, there's things about The Rock, like, certain points where I preferred, like, hey, the year 2000 was great for The Rock.
Yes.
While maybe 2000, I don't know. I'm bad with my years, but let's say 2008, and I'm like, I didn't like what he did in 2008, let's just say, for example. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm going to go with The Rock. I have to give one answer. Rock.
The year 2000 was amazing.
I think that was his best year, like 1999 and 2000.
Yeah,
I have a thought about The Rock. That in 2001, things really went downhill for his persona. He had a very almost like robotic and cold demeanor, like from Nation of Domination into like early babyface Rock. Very cold, and everything he said was matter of fact and kind of like, just
almost like
very
Obama.
like that. Yeah. And and almost like nothing could faze him, And then I remember in 2001 when he kissed Trish Stratus, he said, "Let me show you how The Rock thanks you." And he dipped her real romantically, and then he went in real slow and he kissed her, and I looked at that and I said, "That's not The Rock."
Oh.
Like The Rock would have, if anything, The Rock would have dipped her and be like, "Thank you." And then kept it smooth, Been like, "You want me, I don't want you," sort of deal, And I just felt like I was like, for him to kiss her and then leave, I was like, that just did not feel like The Rock to me. And then he started using things like weird terminology where I'm like, that's not even funny. What did he call? Oh, popcorn fart. I'm like,
Oh yeah, he called the hurricane or something like that.
yeah, or like coach or something like, oh, you
It was
popcorn
a coach.
fart, and I'm like,
It was a coach. Yeah.
yeah. I'm like, that's so lame. What a lame insult.
Popcorn fart.
Yeah, he just started saying things that I was like, okay. But The Rock, fine.
Hell yeah.
Well, man, I appreciate you
Yeah,
seriously.
from the bottom of our hearts, we really appreciate you coming here on the show.
Hey, before he
Plug
leaves really quick, will you do something with us? We do a thing called 2 questions
One question, one impression.
1 question, 1 impression. So you'll get Tommy to answer a question that you ask him, and then you also can ask him to do an impression of someone, and he has to do it.
Okay. I'm going to throw the same question back at you because I'm curious. Who's your favorite wrestler of all time?
Well, it's to ask me that question it is so hard to answer that question because I have like a stack of wrestlers, and to put on all top, Andre. Andre is the hill of what wrestling was and should be still. Not the ability that he was falling apart and dying. The ability that he was strong and he was firm and he had a way of doing things and he cared about the people he worked with and had a strict rule about the locker room, keeping it just for wrestlers and managers and whoever. At the threshold, Andre should have more credit in this world now, more than Hulk Hogan does.
Man, that's fair. I like it. That's fair. Now my impression time.
All right.
Could you give me a Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Let me tell you something, you son bitch. I'm gonna tell you something here, Tyler. I don't care what you do, what you see, because Stone Cold is gonna have himself a beer and then tell you to go fuck yourself. Because the fact is, Stone Cold has massive balls and he's the fucking rattlesnake. And he's gonna say, what? And then get on his 4-wheeler, take off down the road, and not give a shit about what you say or what you say. Because the fact is, Stone Cold is here. What?
That's the bottom line.
That's the bottom line.
Hell yeah.
There we go. That was awesome. That was good.
What's your rating out of 10?
I'm definitely going to give that a solid 9. I'm going to give that a solid 9.
I
That was good.
He talks so raspy, so I try to get down like this.
That was good. That was good.
All right.
Yeah. No, that's...
Well, man, thank you so much. I want to plug you one more time on Instagram, Cheap Wrestler. And you also have your YouTube channel. Tell us about your YouTube channel.
Sure. Everything's at Cheap Wrestler. And YouTube. So YouTube's kind of cool because I have a huge library of old content that I can't really find the time to do anymore. Videos about like cheap recipes, videos on where I would watch other episodes of Extreme Cheapskates and do reaction videos to them and even try some of the stuff that they do.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have some really cool stuff on YouTube. And other than that, you'll see a lot of shorts. That's mainly what I'm doing now. But I think YouTube is like the place to go to see the mass amount of content that I have.
And TikTok.
Wow.
Yeah. What are you on
TikTok. TikTok's good. Cheap Wrestler.
Hell yeah. Cheap Wrestler everywhere, everybody.
Cheap Wrestler everywhere.
Cheap Wrestler everywhere. Everybody, subscribe to him. Check him out. Give him some love.
Hell
Here
yeah.
from the Super Fun Time Show. And we hope you get healed up quickly. We send prayers your way. We send energy your way. You keep dominating and doing what you're doing, man.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Peace out, my man.
Well,
that was awesome.
That was.
Thank you, guys.
See you, buddy.
See ya.
What do you
Sweet,
think?
dude.
Wow, that was a great interview.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Oh, most definitely.
He keeps the flow going too.
Oh yeah, he's
Good talker.
He's not as scuzzy as I thought he was. Like
You didn't even use that word.
He
but
considered it.
well, he's not as he's not low down as I thought he was. Like he's a chill dude. Like I'm not trying to drag on him, but I'm like when you reuse your tissues, I'm just like, ew. Like once you use a tissue, Me, I ball up the whole tissue. I just go.
Well, I still think it's funny because I still, from the beginning, and I forgot to ask him if he's cheap in the ring, but I always thought that's why he was the cheap wrestler. Was because he was like pulling like shots behind the ref and stuff. I didn't think it was because he didn't spend any money.
Yeah.
Well, that TLC show, and then he went viral for wrestling. It just, I don't know, man. I felt that would be a good pick,
Hell yeah, he was awesome.
Yes.
He was a sweet dude.
Oh yeah, very kind dude.
I hate that he just got injured, man. It hurts.
It's a really big blow when he says that his injury is not to the fact of, like he could just come back.
It'll be up to a year, man, and even when you come back, dude, he's probably looking at a year and a half to get back where he was at. Bro.
And getting ring ready, that's one of the hardest things. It's not just about going in the ring and just being a fool. Excuse me.
I'm asking in the chat, but what did everybody think about Matt?
And if you haven't, guys, go to YouTube and look up Cheapskates, the Cheapskate Wrestler on TLC. His show's on there, his episodes on there. It's actually very good. He does a really good job.
Hey, I'm gonna throw up our number right here. If you want to call in and talk to us about our guest, that'll be sweet. And if you just have like questions or you want advice or you want Tommy to tell you your future, anything, and yeah, I don't know. We're gonna start talking about wrestling though a little bit. I think we're gonna talk about
WrestleMania. But
who wants to kick it off?
Tyler, I think you should kick it off.
Overall, I think it was a good show. It was very eventful. We had a lot of new title changes, which were needed, all around.
Yeah.
I don't mind you having a title for a long time, but you don't need to have it for a year. If you win a title, it don't mean you have to be champion for a year.
I heard Paul Levesque is getting rid of that stuff. He's getting rid of like reigns and stuff like that.
Well, I don't mind some reigns, but you don't have to have a freaking reigning champion every single time you win the belt.
No, we haven't got to that part yet, but did you feel?
Spoiler alert!
Did you feel like WrestleMania as a whole was, like they said, the best WrestleMania ever? Because how could you say that? Then you basically had to, like, WrestleMania's WrestleMania. Like they put so much into this. It's the best WrestleMania ever of all time.
It's just like May. There's got to be a best episode.
My episode.
Okay, so I've watched all of the WrestleManias.
Yes.
Every single one. I haven't ranked them, but I would say that has to be at least in the top 5. Now, if I watch my top 5 and then rank them again, it may be the best.
My WrestleMania that I first ever watched, first ever WrestleMania, was WrestleMania 27. And that was one with Snooki in it. And The Rock hosted it.
Yeah, that's the one with The Miz and John Cena.
Yeah.
That's noted one of the worst WrestleManias.
I know, but I was like, I had never watched WrestleMania.
Yeah.
And I had saved up my money and tried to get like a big party together to watch it. I was so excited to like watch the best shows of Immortals. And
it was the worst one ever?
It was one of them.
Classic Tom.
Yes.
But it is what it is.
And it's the matches were decent. I believe this WrestleMania had a lot of good matches, and they definitely handled it well with the audience, and everybody there probably spent like $1,000.
Probably way more than that, Tommy.
Over $2,000.
Probably way more than that.
Well, it's a high number,
I think ringsides was like $15,000.
Insane. It's like the Super Bowl. Only trust fund babies can go to that.
Or hard workers.
Well, if you worked hard, could you think you could get into the Super Bowl?
I wouldn't sit close.
Yeah, you'd be in the nosebleed section. I don't understand how people go to events like that and they're all the way up in the rafters.
Yeah.
There's no sense of it. Like either you're on the floor or you're midway where the camera is. I don't understand how people.
He's all about that camera.
Yeah, it really is. Dude, okay, here's something hilarious. I said, hey, Tommy. Would you want to go to a wrestling show? He was talking about it. He said it was really expensive. So I was like, all right, let's look up tickets. And I'm looking at where the seats are. And I ask him how much he wants to spend. And I tell him it's pretty far away. So then I go, well, which seats do you want? What about these? These are pretty good. And they were like, there's like this side of the ring, this side of the ring. This is where they walk down, and then there's the front right here. It was like right here, right in the middle. And I was like, these are actually randomly really cheap. How are these not awesome seats? And his response was, if I'm in those seats, then you can't see me on camera.
Let's begin.
All right, we got a caller.
I know I spent $500 on a ticket one time, and he got mad because the camera went on.
That's what I'm saying. All right, hey, we got a caller. Tommy, you want to greet him?
Hello there. Welcome to the Super Fun Time Show. Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome to the Super Fun Time Show.
Hey, Tommy. What's up?
Hello, Quentin.
Hey, I got a WrestleMania question for you. Did you really take someone's VIP paid for front row seat when you went to WrestleMania that one time?
I've never been to WrestleMania, dude.
SummerSlam.
I thought... Oh, SummerSlam, whatever.
I
Same thing.
got kicked out of my seat because someone else had that seat, apparently. I got up and I almost got close to the front row. I was halfway in between where the announcers were. But yeah, I've only been to SummerSlam. I've been to a few Raws and SmackDowns, but yeah. Who told you that I went to WrestleMania?
I don't know. It's all the same shit to me. I don't know the difference.
You too. You're all the same shit.
I love how much.
What the hell does that mean?
You're a scuzzy troll, man. Like, all you do is come here to poke and make up shit, and I don't like you. You may be a fan of mine, but I don't trust you as far as I can throw you.
Well, how far could you throw me?
Probably pretty.
You're 20.
Okay.
Like,
All right, hey, Quentin, you got any questions for Tommy?
Well, that was my question. Yeah, that's my question. How far can you throw me?
I probably could throw you pretty far, man.
How far?
Decently. I'm not going to give you distance.
I still feel like this dude's just like...
Like 5 feet?
I could hear you fapping, dude, okay? So, like, anything else?
No, I don't have my list open, so maybe next time.
How to troll me, thanks. I appreciate that.
No, I have a list of questions that I ask all my favorite YouTubers whenever I get to contact them.
Well, I'll catch you later, buddy. Thanks for calling in.
Okay. Alright.
You guys a douche.
Dude, it's so funny because I would rather you just go off on him. I don't know why you're being nice. Oh, I forgot I don't need these anymore.
Thank you.
I kill him with kindness, you know?
Well, yeah, you don't give him the reaction he wants, but then, yeah.
I try to, like, if with trolls, I try to kill them with kindness and be like, but hey, I don't like you. I appreciate you're my fan, but...
You can leave it.
You know, I just kind of, that's how I handle my trolls, is like, I'm like, oh, thanks for being my fan, but your comment doesn't really affect me.
Well, he did derail the conversation, so he was slightly successful in that. We were talking about WrestleMania. So let's do, what are your guys' favorite parts? Tyler, you go first. What was your favorite part?
I know what Tommy's going to say, so I'm going to say so you have champion Seth Rollins, and Drew McIntyre beats him. Then Drew wants to go over and talk crap to CM Punk, and CM Punk did nothing wrong. He was minding his own business. And Drew goes over and talks to him. CM Punk beats him up, and then Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank. You can cash in anytime. He cashed in, stole the title, and now the Judgment Day has 2 heavyweight champions. So that would be mine, Tommy.
Sami Zayn. Zayn.
Not Cody winning the story.
Okay, well, yes, that is night 2 is my.
So we're doing 2 nights. Okay, so night one, you say Sami Zayn and Gunther.
Yeah, Sami Zayn and Gunther.
Okay, night 1 for me, I'd have to rethink all the probably the tag team championship.
Oh yeah, and the fact that John Cena came out And then everybody thought that R-Truth was crazy. He's like, what? The Invisible Man?
That was on Raw.
Oh.
I'm talking about WrestleMania.
Oh, my bad. Oops.
All right, so night 2. I'm
This
sure
guy doesn't even know where he is.
He don't watch wrestling.
I watch wrestling just
He
fine.
watches TikToks while he's
He
wrestling.
watches TikToks. So night 2, mine would be Damian Priest cashing in. Yours would be
Of night 1? The women's match. With,
so no Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes.
yes, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, legendary. Like, it was one of the best.
You've just been bitching about it for 2 years.
What?
How Cody hasn't got the title and he finally wins and you forget about it?
My mind is just going like this right now.
I know.
I just.
It was all good.
It was
That's my buddy
WrestleMania.
right there. I met him in Canada.
Mr. Santy Zap.
Yeah.
Mr. Sami Zayn, you met him?
Santi. He's got 223 subscribers and he started the last month.
Let's begin.
Uh-oh, you got another caller.
If it's him.
Fonzie.
Oh, boy.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
All right, caller time.
Hello, welcome to the Super Fun Time Show.
Hey, everybody. How's it going?
Who's this?
It's a celebrity. I wanted to surprise everyone. I just wanted to say hello. Hello?
Hi. How are you?
Hey!
Wow.
Wow.
So we haven't talked for a couple months, Tommy, you and I. It's been a while.
Yeah, long hair could have been better.
How are you doing, Tommy?
I'm doing splendid.
You're splendid. Well, we're going to talk about a story about how Tommy and Fami are brothers. Hey, everybody, it's me, Fami!
Hey, Fami, call back later.
Call from
Dr. Earl.
Who's that?
Hey, welcome to the Super Fun Time Show. How you doing?
Hey, what's up, Tommy? How's it going, buddy?
Hey, Dr. Earl. How you doing, buddy? He's from the Foul Mouth Network.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the other guy.
Yeah, so what are their boys up there? I haven't called in a long while there. I heard you were talking about WrestleMania, and fortunately, I was busy at my job to check out the whole thing there. But I will say this. It is about time that Cody Rhodes rises up to the level that he is in now. Because you may remember, for many years, he was Stardust. He was a part of that faction known as Legacy, and they really wasn't doing that much with him. And now he's come back, and now he's the world champion.
Oh, yeah.
World champion.
It's quite amazing to see. But, you know, if you can agree with me here, not every Rhodes is lucky.
Well,
Yeah, it's true there, because you remember his father, Dusty, never won the world champion. And plus, you kind of remember the outfit that he wore, the polka dots. I mean, come on, man. Come on.
Well, I'm talking about how his brother lost against Joe on AEW, and you thought he was going to win, but it did not turn out well for him.
Well, that is true there. I heard about that just as well. But then again, AEW right now is in a very bad position. I mean, they've lost everybody. They lost CM Punk. They lost Cody Rhodes. So, the only two people AEW has right now that's keeping them afloat has to be Maxwell Jacob Freeman, MJF, and Chris Jericho. I mean, when you look at it, AEW is in a big
You haven't
heap of
watched it
trouble
a
right
while,
now.
have you?
No, I haven't really. Usually I check out the highlights from both programs, whether it's AEW or WWE. Now, the only thing I request from the WWE is that they keep the chemistry between Mama Rhea Ripley and Dominique Mysterio going, because those two have a chemistry like never before. No doubt about that.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And so what else do you want to talk about, man?
Well, did anybody there ever check out the first and second WrestleManias back in 1985 and 1986? Because me and my dad checked out both.
Oh,
I
nice.
remember the first Yeah, the first WrestleMania, me and my dad had to go out to Cobo Arena in Detroit, and I remember parts of the highway were way jam-packed. It was broadcasting closed circuit TV to Cobo Arena. This was, I believe, a year before they started doing the pay-per-view, which they did for the second one. I remember the headliner was Hulk Hogan, Mr. T versus Paul, Mr. Wonderful Orndorff, and Roddy Piper. And each in their quarter, they had Bob Orton in the Piper and Orton's quarter. And of course, they had.
Where are you at, man?
No, WrestleMania 1.
Where was WrestleMania 1 at, dude?
WrestleMania 1 was first broadcast closed-circuit TV from Madison Square Garden. They were showing it all over the big cities, in Detroit included.
Yeah.
And it was pretty interesting. The place was jam-packed. I mean, like, I remember Gorilla Monsoon, Jesse the Body Ventura were the main commentators. It was a very interesting time, no doubt about that.
Wow.
The second WrestleMania, they had 2 TVs on each side of Joe Louis Arena. I mean, of course, we remember the headliner, King Kong Bundy versus Hulk Hogan, in that steel cage match. That was the most interesting there. 3 different cities. I think LA may have been one of them. I forgot the other 2.
And then WrestleMania 3
but
was at the Silverdome.
Go ahead.
The Silverdome.
Oh, no,
That
you
thing
got
got
to
tore
talk.
down now.
WrestleMania 3 Silverdome. That's where Andre and Hulk Hogan.
Yep, one of the most iconic matches.
WrestleMania 3. Yes, that was one of the prime record-breaking attendances for that event and that whole venue altogether. Believe it or not. Still to this day, very day, hardly any WrestleMania has any. This past WrestleMania able to break WrestleMania 3's record of attendance?
They really never compared it. Like, it would be interesting to say, okay, but I think they're trying to keep it, like, low-key and try to hide Vince and, like, not bring him up anymore. So anything Vince is connected to, they really don't want to be a part of because it's the Paul Levesque era.
WrestleMania 3 had 93,173 people, so it definitely outdid.
Wow. Wow, man, that's tough.
Wait,
because remember, this is when Andre the Giant turned heel and turned against his pal Hogan when he aligned himself with Bobby the Brain Heenan. That was a big shock on everybody's face.
Jeez.
And I have one question. Now that Triple H is now at the helms and the Triple H era has now begun, you think WWE is going to rise above like a phoenix like it has been? Especially now with Vinny Whack being out of the picture once and for all.
It has nowhere but up to go.
Yeah.
Good.
And Triple H, I'm sorry to interrupt. Triple H is going to make it like a mixture between Attitude Era and Ruthless Aggression Era again, and it's just going to be crazy. You seen the Rock?
That sounds
cousin?
awesome.
You seen the Rock cousin?
Yes, I
They're still
remember.
bleeping
Yes,
on
I know
Raw.
about that.
I know, but they're going to
And that is
Netflix,
a
so
good
they have
thing.
more freedom.
Ooh, that's good because that's the thing is like big television channels and big conglomerates like that, they like suck the soul out of stuff because they're so worried about getting in trouble.
Yep.
And the thing is, playing it safe is not fun to watch.
No, it's not. It's
And Rock being on the board,
Yeah.
it's just gonna make it a whole lot better. And if they can get off mainstream TV and go straight to Netflix, they'll be free.
Now, here's a legitimate question for all of you. Do you feel like Cody can carry the title all the way to SummerSlam? Do you think he can actually hold on to the title that long? And how long do you think they're going to give Cody to keep this championship and let him be on top?
I think they're going to take it away from him almost immediately.
Ha ha ha.
No, I doubt that. I doubt that very much because they're gonna allow him to be the champion for a long period of time because of his determination, because of his input, and because of his the strength he had inside to make it to that level. And plus, you got to remember, it was time for a new undisputed champion. I mean, like, credit to Roman Reigns for how long he held that championship, but it was getting past its prime when you think about it there. And it was time for someone new to step in, someone in to carry on the new championship title, as well as the Rhodes name.
Yeah.
Old Daddy Dusty must be watching right now from the square circle up above, I'll bet you.
Most definitely. And is there anything else you'd like to talk with us about?
Yes, well, let me say one more thing in regards to Vinny Whack. You know what? It's to say that it's because Vinny Whack, because that's why I prefer him to. You remember he had the phrase Vinny Mac for a while during the Attitude Era. With all the stuff that we have heard about him in that 67-page document, which I read a few pages from, it fits to say that his fall from grace was a long time coming. I mean, the man has obviously a sexual addiction or sexual issue. I don't know what it was. But because he did not take care of that issue when he got to the top, I mean, like, he should have realized that this was going to do him in indefinitely. And because of that, he's now fallen from grace in the worst way. And I think right now, Paul Levesque is now taking things in a new, better direction. So much credit to Paul for doing that.
Yes.
Now all we need is Stephanie to come back at the helm just as well, because he was doing a good job as well.
No pervert.
What video?
Yeah! Fire!
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, thanks for calling in,
by the way,
dude.
one more
Thank
thing.
you for calling in, man. We really appreciate that.
Thank you. I'm glad to thank you for taking my call, Tommy, and I look forward to talking to you soon, man.
Most
Have a good
definitely,
one,
buddy.
Dude.
Call in anytime, dude.
Call anytime. You're open line for you, Dr. Earl.
All right. Thank you very much. Have a good one, okay?
Bye-bye.
Bye. Do you think that guy can help me with my prostate issues? What kind of doctor is he?
I don't know. I've always wondered that about him. Everybody calls him Dr. Earl, but I think that's just a nickname he has. But that's not a good thing to be called doctor, because when someone says, "Doctor, we need your help with something," I believe that I know how I can
What's going
assist.
on?
I was doing my impression of Dr. Earl, but like a mixture of what's his face from Jurassic Park. Life finds a way, and Priceline.com. Excellent deals.
You're saying you're being Jeff Goldblum.
Jeff Goldblum and a mixture of Dr. Earl. Like, I was trying to do that, but I just couldn't really follow his accent, you know? Don't you know? But it's
No, don't you know?
I did not know.
don't you know?
I didn't know, dude.
You did not know?
Hey, Tommy.
Yes.
We have a we did something.
Oh yes, we went out to Asheville and we played a game of rock paper scissors. Rock paper scissors shoot. Oh, ow! What the hell, man?
I did paper, and you did rock, so I covered you.
I did scissors.
Oh, my bad.
But here's an awesome clip for you guys to chew on.
And that's how the cookie crumbles.
Ooh, look at that crane.
Loud.
Hey folks, how you doing there? I'm here in Asheville, and I'm going to battle people in rock, paper, scissors for some kisses. Let's have some fun. You guys want to play a game of rock, paper, scissors?
Yeah.
Round
Yeah,
one. Fight.
All right, ready? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Tie. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh.
Okay.
All right, ready? Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. just because you. There's your.
Awesome. Really appreciate that.
Stay positive, man.
How do you feel about that first match?
Oh, I feel good. You guys want to play a game of rock, paper, scissors for my YouTube channel? All right.
Round two. Fight.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Oh. Ah. Here you go. It's not for you. Excuse me, you want to play a game of rock, paper, scissors? Come on.
I can.
His hands are full.
Fight.
Rock, paper, scissors.
Oh, you don't.
You can't do that.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Gotcha.
Damn it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Fight.
Paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Here you go, man. Congratulations, you won. Defeated, but I'm still going.
Fight.
Paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ha! Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Go, hold your hand up. Congratulations. Well, we did what we could. We'll see you guys later.
I watched the rest of it.
Alright.
Ooh, look at that cream.
Wow. Wow. What did you guys think?
That's good.
It's good. It's good. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
I did too.
Ready?
Roll it.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh!
That was only one hand. I can't use
There's two people. I'm playing against two.
Yeah.
Ready?
Wait, rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh! We don't want to lose that.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, God.
Damn it.
I killed myself, but you killed me, and I killed him. So we no win. No, it's
So what did you learn from that?
I learned that you always have to go with rock.
If you smell
What the rock is cooking.
What did you think about that?
that was a great video, man. You got a lot of good interaction and you know a lot of positivity, and you got your butt beat on one of them.
A couple of
A
them.
couple of them actually. I looked like you dropped that piece of chocolate. And the dog almost ate it.
Yes, the dog.
He said, "That's not for you."
That was scary, dude. I was like, oh, dude, what if we just poison this dog right now?
Because you're a dog owner. You care about your dog.
You're a double dog owner.
I'm a dog owner, yeah.
Yeah.
But the weirdest part about it was how originally you told me when people win you were going to give them kisses, but then you started giving them chocolate kisses. I thought you were going to give them real smooches, and so did that one guy. He was pretty mad about it.
What? No, I don't think he was like weirded.
No, he wanted a normal kiss.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Well, you're in Nashville.
There's a lot of interesting people in Asheville. You know.
Well, Jesus.
What?
Nothing. Just go ahead. Whatever.
So I guess I have a movie review.
Shit, bro.
Tommy to 2010.
Oh.
Tommy to 20.
You want me to do it? All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Hold on, this shit's fucked up. Tommy, sing him a quick song.
Hurry,
Hurry,
hello,
sing
my
a song.
baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime
Sing
gal.
that song that Elf was singing while the girl's in the shower.
I don't even can't remember that song.
All right, here you go. Inside fact.
Inside fact? Okay.
Inside fact. Hello, folks.
Hello, folks. So, interesting fact, the creator of A Bronx Tale actually lived the experience of the first scene in the movie The Bronx Tale where the guy gets shot over a parking space. And to this day, he still doesn't know why the guy was shot over the parking space. But he based of a situation in his life, and he witnessed a murder when he was a child. So, that's your interesting fact.
All right.
Okay. What about movie review time?
Alright, movie review time. Okay. My movie is, the movie I watched this week was an old school movie, I'm trying to remember the name of it. Cowboy Bebop. Great movie. Just, funny guy.
What? I didn't... Dude, I don't make fun of you and you fart.
So the main storyline of this movie is that basically there's this dude, he's really angry at the world, so he decides he's going to get a bunch of nano machines and do it on Halloween. But the Cowboy Bebop crew are on the task of finding out. They witness this truck exploding, and they're like, there's a lot of mysteries. Who is this guy?
Is that what it sounded like when it exploded?
No, it just sounded boom. But the Super Fun Time Clip Show.
Tell me a fact.
A fact?
Yeah, tell me a fact. What's the capital of North Carolina?
Charlotte.
What's it?
Damn.
Okay, what's the movie?
Cowboy Bebop.
All right. So summarize it in 10 seconds. 10.
It's Cowboy Bebop, and it's a good movie.
How do you rate it?
I rate it...
How many tips of the hat?
I tip it 3 tips of the hat. It's a decent movie.
Okay.
It's good, and I just kind of connect the dots to the fact that Spike fell out of a window of a church with his brother Vicious, not knowing if he's dead or not. Where does this storyline connect in with the Cowboy Bebop universe?
That should be the theme of AEW's intro song because it's dying.
Shut up! Here's the thing. You think it's funny that you think AEW's gonna die? That means millions of people lose work. They lose their jobs. Whoever works, the producers
and millions
and attendants.
Actually, they only have 100.
But I think it's funny that you want to see people
I
without
didn't say
jobs.
I want to. I think it was just because the owner's fault.
Yes, Tony should be replaced, and he should just be the money, and he shouldn't have anything to do with booking. And
fire alarm.
There's always that one fire alarm, folks, that you got to make sure that
it derails him so fast. He totally. What were you talking about before that?
Cowboy Bebop.
Were you?
You finished with that.
All right, tell me one more time how many tips of the hat.
I give it 4 tips of the hat.
It was 3.
I thought you said 3.
No, I kind of changed my mind.
You upgraded.
I upgraded. 5 tips of the hat.
Oh, again.
10.
The highest you've ever given was 5.
I was here that day when he gave whichever movie that was.
Small Soldiers.
Small Soldiers,
yes, that was it.
I guess I can compare it. It's good in anime. It's an animated movie, and you should give it a watch it somewhere. I think it's on Timu. No, Tibu.
It's good. It's good.
Yeah. But that is my movie review.
Did you have a video?
No, we'll do that next time.
Okay. Yeah, unless he's got news, probably right.
So what's with the news, Justin?
I didn't have it ready.
Oh, my bad. Sorry.
I don't think. Well, even if he did it, I don't think there's anything pressing.
No.
Well.
So I got something.
Actually,
guys, go back to the beginning of the video if you're just not tuning in. We interviewed
cheapest wrestler,
Matt Rivera. Great dude, and we're looking to get Eugene. If you don't know Eugene, type in WWE Eugene on YouTube. He's got his own YouTube page now, but yeah, we're gonna do him sometime next month, and I know y'all have got some people leading up.
Yeah.
Oh, also, we're gonna be taking a short break here. We're gonna go on a 2-week break, and when we come back, we'll have season 2.
Yeah, season 2.
Is that in May?
Yep, come back first week in May.
Yeah, first week in May, we'll be cracking it out for you. We'll be exploding in the universe.
Real quick, I told Tommy the other day, I said, yeah, I think Eugene can do it in April. He says, well, I'm not going to be here. I said, well, you do shows without me. Me and Justin can do a show without you.
No.
Look at that face.
It's in the contract that I have to.
I know, but I just kept messing with him like that, and he's like, and I said, dude, it's not fair. You do them without me.
Yeah, no, I totally.
We always do shows without you, but it's
we
like
can't do one without you.
Maybe we will.
No.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
I don't know.
There's no talking about it. It's just like this is a team effort. It's not like you and Justin are the show. It's like we are a whole as the show. We are a dynamic rope. There is no leader in the rope. It is just a tight force.
So,
like on a massive battle cruiser that holds the rope, we are the rope that connects to Super Fun Time. And we are the
we'll
operators.
just do it in like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Suck it. I will jump over Justin. I will tase you.
Oh, man.
I'm glad he doesn't have his taser close.
No,
by.
but it's good. A couple weeks off, we'll come back stronger than ever.
And harder.
And we'll
stronger.
probably also be streaming on a different streaming platform as well. So if anybody has any ideas on what you think would be the best places for us to stream, let us know. Where else you'd like to see us. But keep an eye out. Follow us on Instagram. All right. The Super Fun Time Show.
Most definitely.
On Instagram. And we're going to be working on more content, more stuff for you guys. And, yeah. Send us an email, the Super Fun Time Show live at Gmail. All that's in the details below in the description. And we'll also put all of Matt Rivera's stuff in there. If there's anybody you want to see us bring on the show, let us know and we'll do it.
Or if you're a content creator and you want to be here on the show and you've been a viewer of the show, you're welcome to come on. And we would love to interview some people here in the community. I can maybe throw out Foulmouth Ken. Who we would love to have.
Any of the Foulmouth Network, feel free to call in, come on the show.
We would love to have you as a guest.
Fami. Timmy MC. Everybody but Quentin. So anyway, everybody, thank you so much. Tommy, do you wanna lead him out?
Yes.
Feed me more.
I don't know if he's ever going to AEW.
All right, what you got, Tommy?
Okay. Life is a brook of insanity. But no matter what, you still are going to go the distance. And that your vision is in your mind and is your capabilities. Knowing is half the battle. Praising is stronger than the feat. And the distance is only the time that you find ventured through your mind of capabilities. Knowing is the distance. And that you are truly an inspiration of modern connection between me and you. Eyesight. The difference is that I'm smiling in this one. But the ability of you as a fighter and as a person, I believe you're more than the challenge. You are the ocean, you are in the woods of strength, and that you are a mighty oak. You are full of wood. Literally. You are.
Alright, and on that, everybody.
As always, folks, this has been the Super Fun Time Show. Justin Wood, Too Tall Tyler, and we're always rocking out. It's always fun and super fun and messy.
Ernie, if you're watching, I love you, mother.
Suck it. Catch you later, folks.